Welcome to Muskegon Community College's 2019 commencement exercise. We ask that you remain standing for the national anthem and the reflection this evening. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. It is my pleasure to introduce Tracy Lynn Lamb, who will give tonight's reflection. Tracy.
I have chosen a reflection from Cesar Chavez, labor leader and civil rights activist, who along with Dolores Huerta founded the National Farm Workers Association. Because of this movement, vineyard workers in the Napa Valley and around the country are protected today. These words are important to me personally, and I hope this reflection will be meaningful to you. We cannot seek achievement for ourselves and forget about the progress and prosperity of our community. Our ambitions must be broad enough to include the aspirations and the needs of others, for their sakes and for our own. Cesar Chavez.
Thank you, Tracy. Please be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce the chair of Muskegon Community College Board of Trustees, Diana Osborne.
Glasses here. Good evening. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Muskegon Community College, it is my sincere pleasure to welcome you to the Class of 2019 Commencement Ceremony. I am so proud and honored to be standing before such an auspicious group of graduates. I am also excited to be able to tell you that some 46 years ago, I was sitting right where you are tonight. And I am pleased to tell you there is life after all this. This year's theme for commencement is Bright Futures. And this evening you have laid that foundation for the future. But having said that, keep in mind that nothing ever lasts. Everything changes, which makes us stronger and eventually moves us toward those bright future opportunities. Embrace the opportunities. Be ready to continue to learn. Be ready for change, and be ready to experience something that might change your life. Be the change that you want to see in the world. Life is change, and learning is lifelong. It was Peter Drucker who said, "The best way to predict the future is to create it." In order to do this, you will need to stretch your goals. You already know that once your mind is stretched out of shape, there is no going back. No one can ever take away what you have learned. However, you will need some tools, such as the ability to take appropriate risks. It was Robert Browning who said, "A man's reach should exceed his grasp, or what's a heaven for?" You will need the ability to be flexible. Blessed are the flexible, for they shall not be bent out of shape. You need the ability to be confident, strong, and resilient. However, you need to temper that with compassion and caring. Too often, we underestimate the power of a touch, a smile, a kind word, a listening ear, an honest compliment, or the smallest act of caring, which could have the potential of turning a life or your life around. The word commencement implies the beginning. You will find that throughout your life, you will experience a series of endings and beginnings. Someone once said, "Do not cry because it's over, smile because it happened." Muskegon Community College has been dedicated for over 90 years to graduating successful students who have achieved their dream. As we recognize the class of 2019, we affirm that commitment and applaud you for yours. However, you could not do this alone, and also recognize and thank your parents, your family members, faculty, staff, and friends who have been there for you. In closing, I would like to share a few words from a famous doctor, Seuss by name. "You have brains in your head and feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. Oh, the places you'll go, today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Congratulations and peace." And as we get on our way, I now present to you the President of Muskegon Community College, Dr. Dale K. Nesberry.
Good evening. It is my honor to welcome you all to the 91st commencement ceremony of Muskegon Community College. I'm very excited to be here tonight because, among other reasons, I'm one of you. In fact, I met my lovely wife, Connie, who is sitting right over there, as we rehearsed with the West Shore Youth Symphony back some years ago. So it's very exciting for me to be here. Now, please indulge me for just one moment as I demonstrate how you are students, how good you really are. If you are a first-generation student, please stand. We didn't practice as students, but if you're a first-generation student, please stand. Thank you. If you are an early college student, please stand. Remain standing. Please stand and remain standing. If you are a dual enrollment student, please stand. If you are a Muskegon Promise student, please stand. And if you worked or work while you were attending college, please stand. You may be seated. Life's not easy, but as you all may be able to see that these students are blazing a path through challenges large and small. Thank you, students, for your efforts. Now, as for your families, this is their day too, because they've been on this journey with you. They've listened to you, they've worried for you, placed their hopes in you, and are extremely proud of me. Now, students, please join me in thanking them for their support with a round of applause. Now, a few more indulgences here. You may know that the theme of this commencement ceremony is Bright Futures. Now, let me share with you ways that I think that our students and our community help build bright futures. Now, you may know that Muskegon Community College has been ranked among the top community colleges in the state of Michigan for the past several years. Now, these rankings are based upon the United States Department of Education data on gainful employment, transfer rates to universities, and graduation rates. And I want to stop there just for a moment. Our transfer students actually do better. Now, keep in mind there are 15 state colleges and universities in this state. Our transfers do better than every single one of them, with one exception, and you tie them, than their juniors. So you come in better prepared than their students. So you do an excellent job as students. I am so proud of you. Our students have been recognized as student success leaders by Achieving the Dream, the Community College Undergraduate Research Initiative, and the Center for Community College Student Engagement at the University of Texas in Austin. You might know that in recent years, MCC's West Michigan Concert Winds and the Collegiate Singers had the opportunity to perform in Carnegie Hall. Yes, that Carnegie Hall. So you did this, you made this happen. Our athletic squads continue to excel locally, regionally, and nationally, capped by our women's bowling team, finishing second in the nation. Great job, ladies. And our nursing program continues to lead the state and nation in student performance outcomes. Yes, yeah, please. That deserves applause. 100% of our nursing students in the recent RN and LPN exams passed. That means that all of our students passed that exam. That doesn't happen at most of the universities in the country and most of the community colleges in the country. I believe 6 in our entire state of the 60 or so schools with an opportunity had that happen. So you are outstanding nurses. And moreover, our college made a promise to our students and community that we would have state-of-the-art learning environments. And now that promise has come to fruition. And I am so proud, and I know our board and our administration, faculty, and staff are proud of this as well. You now have the best resources from an infrastructure perspective in the state of Michigan. How can I say that? We have a science center that opened 4 years ago this fall. Beautiful, state-of-the-art, 20,000 square foot science center in which you may learn and work. Our Sturgis Technology Center provides advanced manufacturing, robotics, entrepreneurism, and many other programs that opened last year. We have our Health and Wellness Center, which is a collaboration with Mercy Health and Grand Valley State University. That is open for business. Our state-of-the-art Automotive Center is open. This has all happened in the last 4 years. And in honor of our art and music students, and I want to thank the musicians back there, Dan Myers, who arranged a beautiful rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. Great job, Dan. Our art center is opening this summer. Now, that equals to $50 million plus in funds that we've spent, that we've raised from the community, from our generous donors, from you, our students, and from our taxpayers to do this, which is the most ambitious upgrading of our infrastructure in our 92-year history. And this is for you students. I'd like to say it's for me, for our faculty, for our staff, but this is for you. We wanted to make sure that you had those resources so that our resources were as good as you are. So yes, indeed, you made this happen. You've shown us the way to brighter futures. So thank you for your efforts. Now, graduates, we, the Board of Trustees, the faculty, staff, and honored guests are all here to recognize your accomplishments. Participating in tonight's ceremony are those who are proud to have worked with you. On stage with me are members of the Board of Trustees, our Provost, Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, select student speakers as well. I would like to introduce them to you, ask each one of them to rise, remain standing, and ask you to greet them with your applause after I finished. We'll see if it actually works this time. So in the first row, we have the chair of our Board of Trustees, who you've already met, Diana Osborne. Treasurer of the Board of Trustees is Kathy Moore. Trustee of the Board of Trustees, Dr. Donald Crandall. Now, Trustee Ann Oakes is not here, but she wishes she were, but she's a member of our Board of Trustees. Trustee Rory Portinga. Dean of Instruction and Assessment, Dr. Ed Breitenbach. Now, in the second row, we have Student Government Association President Brianna White, Alumni Relations Committee Chair David Wells, Distinguished Alumnus Tracy Lynn Lamb, MCC's Faculty Association Scholarship Chair Irene Church, our Master of Ceremony Don Bogema, Student Speaker Elena Tovar Pineda, Student Speaker Maxwell Olmsted, our Provost Executive Vice President Dr. John Selman, Secretary of our Board of Trustees, Ms. Nancy Fry, and the Vice Chair of our Board of Trustees, Sean Mullally. Please join me in a round of applause. I did? Oh no, Kelly Conrad, our Vice President for Academic Affairs. Excuse me, ma'am, excuse me. We'd also like to take a moment to honor those faculty, and hopefully I won't forget any of the faculty here for whom this is their last MCC commencement ceremony, those who are retiring this year. These individuals are examples of faculty who have shared their knowledge and life for the betterment of generations of students just like you. I would like to introduce them to you and ask each of them to rise and remain standing, and ask for you to greet them with your applause after I finished. First of all, we have Mary Dyke, serving the college for 18 years. Is Mary here? Don't see her. And Gretchen Klein, who I am positive is here, who served the college for 22 years. Together, they have over 40 years of shared knowledge as faculty of MCC. Help me welcome them for their efforts. Now, the MCC Faculty Association is an organization that commits itself to improving the academic quality of life at MCC. The faculty are at the heart of student learning. Ms. Irene Church, chairperson of the Faculty Association Scholarship Committee, is here tonight and will present the awards that the association provides. Ms. Church, would you please step forward?
Good evening and welcome. Graduates, family, friends, and honored guests, on behalf of the Muskegon Community College Faculty Association, congratulations. The Faculty Association awards 2 scholarships each year, and it is my pleasure to announce these recipients. The Recognition Scholarship this year honors retiring instructors Gretchen Klein and Mary Dyke. This year, the Recognition Scholarship is awarded to Tammy Mortimer. Tammy was recommended by Jennifer Riggs and Keegan Canoe. Tammy is currently pursuing an associate's degree in respiratory therapy care program. She plans to become a registered respiratory therapist and pursue a bachelor's degree. Tammy is a first-year student and enjoys the challenges of this 28-month program. In her essay, she stated, "The fundamental unconscious act of breathing is easily taken for granted. The ability to provide treatment for compromised individuals is a privilege. I look forward to my career, and I view it as an opportunity to encourage, engage, and provide top individuals in times of struggle." Tammy, please come to the stage. Well, I guess Tammy couldn't join us tonight. Okay, this year's Memorial Scholarship is given in memory of our friends and colleagues, Lee Collette and John Walston. The winner of this year's Memorial Scholarship is Emily Heiser. Emily was recommended by Jennifer Jones and John Trucks. Emily is graduating this semester with her associate's degree in Science and Arts. This fall, Emily will transfer to Cedarville University in Ohio to double major in special education and elementary education. Emily stated in her essay that ever since she was little, she had felt a calling to go into the education field to help those with special needs. In elementary school, her best friend had Down syndrome, and Emily became very close to her. Later, she became a caretaker to provide for a boy with Tay-Sachs disease and learn sign language so she could communicate with him. She has continued to work with autistic children and obtained an internship in high school to work with special needs students. Emily, please come to the stage. Thank you.
The Haddon Award is presented by Mercy Health and is presented to a graduate of the MCC nursing program. Tonight, this award is presented by Nicholas Strait, Director of Clinical Coordination at Mercy Health Muskegon. And Nicholas, I should note, he's not speaking tonight, but that big title is a big job. The new tower that's being developed here in Muskegon, Nicholas is the primary driver behind making sure everything that is in the old hospital gets moved to the new hospital and the building goes well. So $270-some million job Nicholas Strait is doing. So Nicholas, would you please step forward?
Thank you, Dr. Nesbury. It's my pleasure to be here, present on behalf of Mercy Health. For the Haddon Award, the Reverend Archibald Haddon, D.D., minister, First Congregational Church of Muskegon, was named the president of the first Hackley Hospital Board of Trustees in 1902 and served in this position until his death in 1937. He led the way in implementing Charles Hackley's letter of intent for Hackley Hospital, in which he stated, "It is my desire that it should be established and administered upon the broadest and most liberal lines of usefulness, and that it may be an institution not only for the best care of the sick and injured, but as well for the thorough training of nurses." Since 1946, the Board of Trustees at Hackley Hospital has given the Haddon Award to a graduating nursing student from each class in memory of Archibald Haddon. The tradition was continued through the transition of the Hackley Nursing School to Muskegon Community College, and will continue by Mercy Health Partners to honor the legacy of Hackley Hospital and Reverend Haddon. The recipient of this award is selected by faculty on the basis of interest in advanced education, scholarship, citizenship, and excellence in bedside nursing. The recipient of the Haddon Award for the summer 2018 class is Madison Perry Herrera. Madison could unfortunately not be with us here tonight. The recipient of the Haddon Award for the winter 2019 class is Jody Prescott. Jody, can you come forward, please?
Now, Provost and Executive Vice President, Dr. John Selman will introduce our student speakers. I will note that the college changed to student speakers a few years ago as we found that our students regularly gave the most inspirational talks of the year, so why not give them the spotlight? Dr. Selman.
All right, thank you, Dr. Nesbury. I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate all of our graduates this evening on a job well done. By graduating tonight, all of you will achieve an important milestone in your lives. You have many friends, family, and especially the MCC family who have supported you along the way and are extremely proud of you this evening. Collectively, we sincerely wish all of you nothing less than bright, bright, bright futures. I have the privilege of introducing our two speakers tonight. They both have exciting stories to share with you this evening. Our first student speaker is the oldest of 7 children growing up in Newaygo, an early college in Newaygo County student, embraces the highest ideals of commitment, whether as a role model actively helping to raise her younger siblings, or as a 3.7 GPA student balancing the demands of work and study. As an early college student, she will graduate from MCC a few weeks before her high school graduation, which is an outstanding accomplishment. A member of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society at Muskegon Community College, she volunteers weekly for Circles, a community program dedicated to ending poverty permanently in Newaygo County. She competes on the Greater Life Pentecostal Church's Bible quiz team and has traveled to Africa on missions. We're extremely proud of her. Please help me welcome our first student speaker to the podium, Alana Tobar Panita.
Hello everyone, and thank you for being here to join us in commemorating this class of MCC graduates. I want to bring recognition and honor to certain individuals who have greatly impacted my journey at MCC, and although there has been many, I am going to take the time to thank just a few. I want to thank the Commencement Committee for choosing me to be a part of this ceremony. I'm truly honored. Thank you, Mrs. Flannery, Mrs. Miller, and Mr. Jason, my early college mentors. Thank you, my pastor and first lady, and other church leaders, my spiritual parents, and thank you, my family. Through it all, some of you have turned out to be my best friends, and others my greatest inspirations. Thank you, Dad, for the direction that you have allowed your life to take. Not long ago, I had doubts about whether you would be able to make it to any graduation of mine, but you are now an example that has encouraged me to never give up on other people. Mom, thank you for never surrendering to the adversaries you have faced. Through being a constant in my life, you are an example that has encouraged me to always persevere through life's hardest moments. The highest honor goes to God. I thank Him for every valley and every mountaintop that He has walked me through, because without Him, I would not be here today. But He has brought me here. And even though my journey has not been the most traditional, I'm grateful that I chose MCC to be the beginning of my post-secondary education. In the beginning, my mom was working full-time to support a family of 6 children, and my father was not always present throughout my life. My siblings and I, however, have never gone without anything that we absolutely needed. But still, I knew that college was going to be a different financial tale. So when I heard about the early college program as a sophomore in high school, I took advantage of this opportunity that provides students with a free associate's degree, an amazing support system, as they begin taking college classes as juniors in high school, with a baby step approach to the college life. Not everyone will make it into an early college program, but I am glad that I did, as I became a first-generation college student. Because of my journey so far, I know that life is a series of lessons to be learned and mistakes to be made, those of which will all provide an opportunity for growth. But it is to our benefit to take advantage of these experiences, because change is inevitable, but growth is optional. As a student of MCC, I've been taught many things, but I want to share with you just a few of the many lessons I have learned, those of which I believe many of you can relate. I have grown into realizing that sometimes we must learn to navigate through the thick mud before we can make it to the clear waters. Many times we are headed in the right direction, but our vision is blurred when we choose to only focus on the things right in front of us. When this happens, just take some fishy advice and just keep swimming. When I first became a student at MCC, I was a junior taking college classes, the junior class president, National Honor Society member, a 3-sport athlete, a faithful member of my church, an oldest child, and so much more. I had even been working by the age of 14, so my load was pretty heavy. I never told anyone, but there were several times when I just wanted to quit everything, start over, rebalance my life. I was swimming around with blurry vision due to all the commitments I had made in my life. I liked being busy, but I learned that sometimes busy is not always best. I have a hard time saying no for fear of letting people down. And many times I get so involved with what I can do for other people that I forget about myself for my own well-being. In the summer of 2017, I heard an amazing message about sacrifice. Upon reflection, I became aware of a few sacrifices that I needed to make for myself. Going into my senior year, I decided to quit playing sports. That was really difficult for me because athletics had become a big part of my life, and I absolutely enjoyed them. Although I wasn't always the best at every sport I played, I was always hardworking, motivated, and very dedicated. Thankfully, I was mature enough then to realize that I needed to focus those specific qualities into even more rewarding things. Athletics were not a distraction, but they were one thing that I could take off my plate. It was difficult for me to do, but it was even more difficult knowing that I wasn't putting my best effort into things that required it even more. I've grown into realizing that what seems like a setback can actually be setting us up for something even brighter in the future. To rattle a doorknob means to question authority, to respectfully question authority and ask questions. When I was a senior in high school, I had earned the privilege of speaking during that graduation. But since I was an early college student, I was exempt from class ranking, so I didn't get to fulfill that dream of mine. I knew about this rule even before I applied to the early college program, but I knew that it was a sacrifice that I was willing to make for such a great opportunity. After I addressed the situation, I was told that allowing me to speak at graduation would set a precedent, meaning that it would have set an example to be followed if the same circumstance were to happen again in the future. I was disappointed then, but I'm here today. And this is an even more rewarding opportunity than it would have been in high school. Because of how I've grown, I can look around and see that each of us is living in a constant state of change. Even when it doesn't seem like it, we are moving closer to where we're called to be, or even further away. Your reactions to these changes are what will either hinder or catapult your opportunity for growth. Sometimes things happen that are so completely out of our control that we begin to ask why. Why me? Why is this happening? But instead of asking why, we need to start asking ourselves what. What can I do within myself to change in order to handle these things that are happening around me? What can I do in order to learn instead of lose out on an opportunity for growth? After all, change is inevitable, but growth is optional. As graduating students of MCC, we are now prepared, equipped, and we have been educated to meet some of these changes that are happening around us, some of these changes that will lead us to our brighter futures. The college has provided us with many growing opportunities, both in mind and in spirit. And now today might be the beginning, might be the end of one thing, but it's the beginning of something new. As I come to a close, I want to encourage you, each of you, to take a different approach to a well-known aphorism of YOLO. You only live once. You only live once, so if today might be your last day, why not live intentionally and purposefully? In this life, when your path is a little blurred, just designate the time to focus, because it's that focus that will lead you to a clear vision. Understand that sacrifices are nothing compared to the rewards of the future. Rattle every doorknob and never settle for basic standards and simple answers. Use this time to grow as an individual. And last but not least, define your brighter futures.
Thank you, Alana. Our second student speaker, a natural-born leader, he knows from personal experience, including a tragic loss in December of his twin brother, Marcus, that conquering one's own challenges is a vital part of learning how to guide others. He attained the rank of Eagle Scout in the Boy Scouts of America. For his Eagle Scout project, he installed the sign at St. Mary's Cemetery on Laketon Avenue. He earned a Muskegon Promise Scholarship to attend MCC, where he served as president of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. He led both of its honors in action and college project outreach efforts. He's a lifeguard at MCC's Lakeshore Fitness Center, a peer tutor in the MCC Tutoring Center, and participated in the college's German exchange program. He has taken advantage of numerous student leadership opportunities at the college and has grown immensely. We are really proud of him, too. Please help me welcome our second student speaker to the podium, Maxwell Olmstead.
What can I say? I'm on time. Get some water real quick. Sorry. Before I get to the meat and potatoes, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Riley over there. Mr. Riley, raise your hand. This man has been challenging me over the past month. In between our conversations, we'd be talking about Michigan State football, Michigan State basketball, Michigan State anything. He'd just throw in there, you know you're going to be speaking in front of like 8,000 to 9,000 people, right? I'd be like, well, thank you very much. You know, it's already hard enough to speak in front of people. Now you're just going to sit there and tell me. I think the number got up to 10,000 at one point. So thank you, Mr. Riley. I appreciate that. This crowd isn't too bad. We can handle that. In addition, I want to thank my father for your unconditional love, your nourishing support, and for growing me into the man that I am today. I truly love you more than you know. Mom, thank you for giving birth to me. I appreciate that. In addition, I'm sorry for the times that I call you grandmother. That's a mistake on my behalf. Thank you all for being here tonight, and please give a round of applause to yourselves. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Before I begin, I'd like you all to join me in giving one more round of applause for Alana, as she did a remarkable job delivering her speech. In addition, please join me in congratulating all of the remarkable people sitting in front of me as they have completed an educational milestone. I want to thank all of my family, especially my father, especially my mother, and friends for believing in me and for their constant and continuing support. I love you all so much. In addition, I wanted to thank the staff, faculty, employees, students, and the community for all of their support and dedication towards student success at Muskegon Community College. This institution is so incredible, and their vision of creating career-ready students is tantamount to their mission, and their sights are always locked on student success. There are so many people that deserve so much credit for helping me and all of the other graduates achieve our goals and transcend obstacles. However, there is a very special person in my life that isn't here physically tonight. His life was tragically ended, and he doesn't get the choice to be here. That person is my twin brother, Marcus. Marcus inspired me to be the best version of myself, although that wasn't possible because he was always the best version of myself. I admit, sometimes he took the blame for my mischievous deeds, and I did for him, so it all worked out. Moments like this give us a chance to reflect on the importance of everyone else who was there and along the ride with us. No one here got to where they are without at least another person to lean on and to ask advice. We are never truly alone. That person who was always there for me was my brother. Please join me right now in a moment of silence to commemorate and honor his undying legacy. I love you so much. When you get the chance, tell someone who helped you along your journey, thank you. I'm here to talk about taking opportunities and how to keep the momentum in your favor. Many of us who are graduating tonight and those that will be in the coming years have made a commitment to strive for excellence. Whatever the reason that instilled us to get to where we are today was good enough to earn what we're about to earn, and nobody can take that away from you. We have an obligation to strive toward a bright future. I came to MCC, like many others, because I accepted a 2-year academic scholarship called the Muskegon Promise Scholarship. In essence, it provided students who achieved and behaved well in high school an associate's degree with little to no charge. I don't know about you, but that sounded pretty nice. Beyond the scholarship, I felt comfortable at MCC and put my faith into the institution to prepare me for a 4-year university. I knew that taking this opportunity was essential, and I'm so glad that I did. The knowledgeable staff and instructors were such a boon for me and allowed me to inspire toward greatness, achieve success, and strive toward a bright future. I want to take this time to thank a few staff that helped me along the way. Thank you, Dr. McCauley, for inspiring me to pursue a career within health sciences and for accepting my almost year-late work. I appreciate that. Thank you, Mrs. Wahamaki, for opening my eyes to the world of theater and for teaching me that out of the bad will come good. Thank you, Mrs. Jones, for making the trip to Germany possible. Thank you, Mr. Maniatis, for teaching me that 3/4 of life is showing up. In addition, thanks for the watch and for teaching me to be on time. I'm still working on that one. Thank you, Mr. Halka, for making an extremely boring computer class that we all had to take fun by always taking time to make great conversation. I appreciate you all, and many others, very much. I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up, but MCC has allowed me to blossom without making that choice. After I was offered the scholarship, I knew that MCC would be my home for the next couple of years. I'm not talking about the 5 to 10 year plan, which, hey, that works for some people, but I was planning to get in and get out within 2 years. So during my stay, I decided to join Phi Theta Kappa, the National Honor Society of 2-year colleges, and become chapter president during my 2nd year. PTK offers many opportunities to students. This past year, our chapter worked with the HOPE Project and the Lakeshore Human Trafficking Task Force to bring about an awareness to human trafficking within our community. We also helped bring back intramural sports at MCC to reinstill an active student body. I'm proud to admit, me, Matt, Samuel, we were 0 for 8, but we did it. There we go. Let's see. We recently traveled to Orlando, Florida, not my buddies, me and PTK, to attend a national event called Catalyst. There, we had an opportunity to meet with nearly 4,000 other PTK members across the country and celebrate our efforts during the year. There, I had an opportunity to enter a speech competition and was among a finalist among 29 other participants. Another opportunity that surfaced for me at MCC was getting the chance to travel to Germany last summer for an international cultural class. Beyond getting the chance to travel the world with my fellow peers, traveling abroad opens one's eyes to see what the world is truly about. I met a lifelong friend who in turn got to come and stay here for a couple of weeks. Oh yeah, thank you for talking to me about Michigan State, Dr. Nesberry. I appreciate that. In short, taking opportunities outside of education is so crucial. We all have achieved greatness and the world is available to us. Remember, beyond anything else, to conditionally love, be happy, and take opportunities. Thank you all for coming tonight, and all of us wouldn't be crossing the stage if it weren't for you. Thank you, Marcus, for being by my side and for being my twin brother. It was truly a pleasure. I know that you're here, and thanks for the strength tonight, buddy. Fly high. Thank you all.
And thank you Alana and Max for those very inspirational speeches. At this time, I turn the program over to the MCC College singers who will present the fine music they prepared for this event, A Million Dreams.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. What the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build, every room inside is filled with things from far away. The special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. On the way to a world that we design. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. Right, you may be wrong, but I say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see, I close my eyes to see. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me. A million dreams, a million dreams. I watch the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
Graduates, Now that you have completed your studies at MCC, you become alumni of Muskegon Community College. We do plan to stay connected with you. The Alumni Relations Committee is represented tonight by David Wells, past distinguished alumni, Alumni Relations Committee Chair, who will greet you and recognize one of our distinguished alumni. Mr. Wells, please step forward.
Thank you, Dr. Nesberry. Graduates, today all of you will be joining a new family, the family of alumni of Muskegon Community College. And all of you out there, would everyone tonight who graduated from community college please stand? Don't be shy, please stand. These people also are members of the family, and on behalf of the MCC Alumni Association, we welcome you to the Alumni Association, invite you to participate, and if needed, seek us out for help or advice. Alumni, please be seated. Now, I would like to present the Alumni Achievement Award. This award recognizes professional achievement by a Muskegon Community College graduate from the past 15 years. We present this award to Nicholas Straight, class of 2003, who is the Director of Clinical Consolidation at Mercy Health in Muskegon. Mr. Straight is a Shelby High School graduate. He received his foundation in nursing at MCC, where he earned an associate's degree. He went on to earn a Bachelor of Science Nursing from University of Detroit Mercy, both a Master of Science in Nursing and a Master of Business Administration from the University of Phoenix, and is currently a doctoral candidate in Nursing Administration at the University of Michigan. He is an experienced director of nursing services who has practiced nursing in many different roles: bedside nursing, unit management, department management, and currently as the Director of Clinical Consolidation at Mercy Health. He serves as the Process Improvement Facilitator for clinical groups at 3 hospital sites. He is the Director, Facilitator, Problem Solver, and overall project manager for construction, finance, and clinical teams to complete Mercy Health's $271 million hospital consolidation project. Mr. Straight has served as campaign co-chair of United Way and currently serves on the Muskegon Community College Foundation Board. Mr. Straight, please stand up and be recognized. Next, I will present this year's Distinguished Alumni Award. This award is the highest honor that MCC bestows upon outstanding alumni whose professional achievements, community service, and advocacy of higher education exemplify the foremost ideas of their alma mater. This year's recipient is Tracy Lynn Lamb. She graduated from MCC in 1983 and then obtained a Bachelor of Social Work from Western Michigan University. She is the first in her family to attend college. Her professional passion has been in providing domestic violence and sexual abuse services in California's Napa Valley. Since 2005, she has been the executive director of NEWS, an acronym standing for Nurturing, Empowerment, Worth, and Safety. The organization provides direct client services and shelter 24/7 to approximately 1,300 individuals annually. News also offers preventative education and outreach programs. She also serves on the board of directors for the California Coalition Against Sexual Assault, the only professional organization dedicated to advocating on behalf of and supporting the work of rape crisis centers which operate independently throughout California. She has been honored with several awards: the Excellence in Leadership Award from the Center for Volunteer and Nonprofit Leadership, the Napa Valley Hispanic Chamber of Commerce Woman of the Year Award, and the Hispanic Network's Lifetime Achievement Award. It is my great honor, on behalf of the MCC Alumni Association, to recognize Tracy Lynn Lamb for this award. Tracy?
This is an incredible moment in my life, and first I want to start by congratulating you, the graduating class of 2019. This is an amazing accomplishment in your life, and I'm proud to be joining you for this moment. I don't know if you can imagine standing where I'm standing right now, but I know when I was sitting where you are, I honestly never would have thought that I'd be standing where I'm standing right now. The other thing that's weird is that I think I'm standing in the exact same place where Gene Simmons from the band Kiss was standing when I saw my first concert in 1975. And if you're too young to know Kiss, you should Google it. So everyone here is all here for the same purpose. We're here to celebrate you, to cheer for you, to support you. And right at this moment, everyone here in this arena is unified in that purpose, to be here for you. And I think in times like these, being unified is a pretty special thing. I believe that a community college education is every bit as valuable as a four-year degree. You have an amazing school here, and this education that you've received is incredible. You have amazing teachers, you have all the support around you, the community, and having gone to four-year school, and I know that this education is just as valuable. I know when I came to Muskegon Community College, I didn't have a very strong identity. I didn't know exactly who I was going to be, didn't have a lot of self-confidence. And honestly, when I came, I thought I would just take the easiest classes possible. I was feeling sort of lost at that time in my life, and I was totally terrified of algebra. So what I thought was the easiest class was joining the dance team. And it was amazing what happened. I had a dance instructor that became a wonderful mentor. And her name was Judith Brookie. She passed away way too young. But she really taught me what it was like to be graceful, to be a leader, and not only to be a good dancer, but to really know what it's like to be part of a team. And when it was a time in my life where I didn't kind of know who I was and I didn't feel where I belonged, being a part of a team was such an important thing to me. And dance also gave me an outlet, because I was angsty and I didn't know who I was and I didn't know where I was going, and sometimes I would just let it all out on the dance floor. And that was an important space for me at that time. I believe, and what I wish for you, is that you will find a place where you belong, a place where you feel cared for and where you care for others, because I think belonging is one of the most important things in life. I also remember when I was here, I had one professor who said, "Tracy, you have leadership skills." And at that time I thought, leadership skills? You're talking to me? And I thought he must have been being sarcastic. And now, after all these years and all these things that have happened in my life, I think maybe he might have been right. I also discovered here that social work was my passion. And some of you have been talking about doing volunteer work, and again, I think it's such a valuable thing. And so, just to give myself some experience and to begin working with people, I did a volunteer program called Friend of the Court. And I was assigned a young girl named Stephanie, and she was about 14 years old, She came from a very abusive home, and my job was to take her to the movies, to take her to the beach, to talk to her, and to me, those things just seemed like normal things that kids do. And what I learned from Stephanie is that those things were things she never was able to do. And I know I still think of Stephanie today, and I wonder if she still thinks about me. The other thing I did was I worked in a home with men who had disabilities. And there are these two guys, and they had a disease called Huntington's chorea. And what that does is it makes you lose control of your muscles. And when I learned more about them, when I got to know who they were, I found out that they had been in a band. One was a drummer and one was a guitar player. And once I got to know who they really were, I never saw them the same. And actually, I saw them differently, and it really made me see everyone with disabilities differently. I, last year, had the opportunity to work with a group of domestic violence shelter directors from around the state. And the issue we were working on was race, class, power, and privilege. Those are not easy things. Those are words that go deep. And spending 18 months in a diverse group with people and really getting to know them deeply helped me realize that I have a responsibility for creating equity and inclusion, and that's something that I try to accomplish every day. And my wish for you is that you'll get to know people that are different than you. Really get to know them. Because I believe when we see people different, when we get to know people, we will see people differently, all people differently. So I live in the Napa Valley, and where I live, it's beautiful. It's surrounded by miles of vineyards, and I live near the Pacific Ocean and close to San Francisco, and it's a beautiful place to live. But having grown up in this area still feels like home to me. And there are so many wonderful things. One of them is this great college that you have access to. But the change of the seasons and the fact that you have lawns with no fences and just all the wonderful things that this area provides to you. And the one thing that I know for sure is that Napa and Muskegon both have domestic violence and sexual abuse happening in both cities each and every day. I've been working with survivors of domestic violence and sexual abuse for the past 35 years. And it's been a huge part of my life and my heart and my passion. I've been a volunteer, an advocate, a program director, and for the past 15 years, an executive director. My organization has 33 employees, a board of directors of 15, 24 volunteers, and about 1,300 to 1,400 courageous survivors who come through our doors each year. They come seeking safety for themselves and for their children. They have often experienced trauma, sometimes for their lifetimes. And what I love about my job is that I get to see the transformation from that kind of trauma to empowerment, to see them becoming independent and free from violence. And although the work that I do sounds like it might be difficult, that is the true joy of my work. What I thought when I started in this work was that there were victims and there were perpetrators, that the criminal justice system was the answer, and that perpetrators got convicted and victims moved on with their lives. And what I've learned is that it's not that simple, that sometimes the criminal justice system is not the answer to healing their pain. What I learned was that what they really wanted was to be heard and to be believed. And I believe that was really what was at the core of the Me Too movement. It really wasn't about accountability when it first happened. It was really about having a voice and not feeling alone and being able to talk about something that was so difficult. Last year, I attended a conference with Tarana Burke, who was the founder of the Me Too movement. She was the keynote speaker, and what she said was that she had no idea what was going to happen. She was in a room of about 200 people, and she asked them a question: how many of you have had this experience? How many of you have been sexually abused or had an incident of sexual harassment in their lifetimes? And she thought maybe 4 or 5 people in that room would raise their hand. And almost every single woman in that room raised their hands. And what she said was, "Oh, snap." And then she realized that the thing she had to do was let everyone know that this wasn't just one incident of that room of people, that that was really what was happening everywhere. And what that movement was really being heard and being believed. I had an 80-year-old woman call our crisis line right after the Me Too came out, and she said, "I felt like I needed to call your crisis line because I've never told this to anyone in my whole life, and I finally feel safe enough to tell someone that this happened to me." So I want you to consider, I would just ask you to consider a question that I ask myself every day. What would it take to make it stop? How could we end violence? We must get to the root of it. And not just for some people ending violence, but community violence, neighborhood violence, violence of all types. We have to get to the root of it. When we create equality, equity, access, and inclusion, we end violence. When we work to end poverty, we end violence. When children are loved and protected, we end violence. When we create supportive environments, we treat each other with dignity and respect, and then we end violence. Each and every one of you can be an activist in ending violence, not just domestic violence or sexual violence, but any kind of violence. So whatever you do and whatever your career path is, my hope for you is that you will be active in creating the kind of world that you want to live in. My wish for you is that your future will be bright and you will find passion in whatever you do. And as Cesar Chavez said, I hope that your aspirations will include the needs of others for their sake and for your own. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak to you in this incredible moment, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy. Ladies and gentlemen, here is that moment you've all been waiting for, the presentation of the class of 2019 and the awarding of degrees. Will the faculty, counselors, librarians, and administrative staff please rise? Will the graduates of the class of 2019 who are to receive their associate degrees and certificates please rise? Chair Osborne, the faculty of Muskegon Community College has recommended that the students who now stand before you and whose names appear in the commencement program be awarded the associate degree or diploma according to and on the condition of having completed their specific course requirements. As president of this august institution, it is my extreme pleasure to present these students to you for the conferring of degrees.
Through the power vested in the Board of Trustees of Muskegon Community College, I hereby confer upon those candidates who have completed their requirements the degrees and certificates listed in your programs tonight, with all of the attendant rights, privileges, responsibilities, and honors. Congratulations.
And please be seated, students, all except the first row. Thank you, Chair Osborne, and congratulations to the class of 2019. It is now my pleasure to appropriately introduce Vice President of Academic Affairs, Kelly Conrad, and Dean of Instruction and Assessment, Dr. Ed Breitenbach, who will read the names of the class of 2019, and it is my pleasure to introduce the Interim Director of Nursing, Chris Patterson, who will pen the nursing graduates of the class of 2019.
Maxwell R. Olmsted with honors. Alana Tovar Pineda with honors. Lindsay Hahn. Katie Elizabeth Fritz with honors. Jody Prescott with honors. Aisha Janae Ahmad. Frank Alar. Emily J. Anderson. Ian Carson Anweiler. Chase Austin. Tiffany N. Bacaley. Ryan Baker with honors. Christine A. Balcom with honors. Lainey Baldwin. Savannah Ballard with honors. Joseph Berenger. Alyssa Becker. Shayna Benedict with honors. Trinity Bentley. Hannah Bernard. Kennedy Ann Berry. Brandon J. Blem. Emma Borson with honors. Delaney Bowles. Rebecca Boley. Peyton Bramer. Caitlin Broman. Darie Brown. Lindsay Brown. Simaya Brown. Ashley Bryant. Zach Burden with honors. Rachel Burke with honors. Jared Bush. Benigno Capetio Jr. Mitchell Carlson. Taylor Carlson with honors. Alexis Carroll with honors. Dennis Chester. Autumn Chester with honors. Serenity Chester. Brianna Chris with honors. Holly Christensen. Aroika M. Christopher with honors. Hetty L. Churchwell. Tier Clay. Kaylee Cleveland with honors. Emerson R. Cole with honors. Zaria Coleman. Luke Robert Cook V with honors. Alec Corvers. Latea Kose. McKenna Coyne with honors. Ashlyn Elizabeth Cross. Anna Marie Curtis. Catherine Daniels Santiago. Victoria Darnell. McKenna Jean Davis. Nashira Marie Davis. Mason Dibble. Megan Delgado with honors. Alyssa Delora. Shelby E. Denyo with honors. Michaela Pearl Denson with honors. Nathan Dill with honors. Nicole Delinsky with honors. Cheyenne Ekwellen. Lizzie Aguilas. Abigail Marie Eckel with honors. Christina K. Eckel with honors. Ethan Epplett with honors. Lauren Ernteman. Mercy Angelica Gabrielle Evans. Jordan Falcon. Brianne Philman with honors. Courtney Fisher with honors. Nicole Fleshig. Scott Allen Force. Emily Nicole Frank. Sydney Luann Fritz with honors. Carmen Garza. Natalie Garza. Casey Marie Gillis with honors. Allison Gillis with honors, 4.0 GPA. Nicholas Gaschenauer. Jocelyn Getz. James Gowdy with honors. Sebastian Govea Ortega. Erica Ray Graisley with honors. Michaela Lee Greiner with honors. Hannah Griffiths. Jennifer Hall with honors. Teresa Hall with honors. Cole Holterman. Bailey Harris with honors. Zanea Harris with honors. Christy Hayford. Cody Hines with honors. Johnny Heppenstall with honors. Gabrielle Hepler. Ruth Sarahi Hernandez. Alex Hill. Stacy Marie Hilton with honors, 4.0 GPA. Renee Hirsch. Ronald Leroy Hodge with honors. Vance Hoffman. Caleb Holmberg. Alyssa Hulsema. Brenna Hausler. Brenda Humphrey with honors. Tricia Hunter with honors. Sandra Ibarra. Michaela Isaacson. Jennifer Izaguirre. Karina K. James. Jenna Janke. Brenda S. Judson with honors. Catherine Kaiser. Paige Ketchum. Christopher T. King. Brittany Kinsey. Liana Kirk. Michaela C. Knoll with honors. Shantae C. Knox. Hannah Kugler. Rena Korhonen with honors. Nicole Lynn Kushara. Janelle Kromendijk. Jacob Kipfer.
Blake Kunish. Gabrielle LaBelle. Meredith Leyburn. Aramis LeClaire with honors. Nick Laird. Amber Langlois. Jacob Langlois with honors. Elizabeth Lawson with honors. Brandon Lemieux. North Langsky. Randy Lewis with honors. Emily Leanne Luce. Shelby Luther. Brianna Jordan McPherson. Brooke Marad. Kaylee Ann Marad. Lauren Martin with honors, 4.0 GPA. Jocelyn Maycroft. Olivia McCrory with honors. Alex McFall. Kevin McFall. Jordan McMillan. Alyssa Marie Melash with honors. Kaylee Melash. Jennifer Messer. Ashley Myers. Michael Middlestadt. Austin J. Miller with honors. Chloe Morales with honors. Lakeisha Moffitt. Natasha Renee Moffitt. Alicia Moon. Jesus Morales Jr. Jory Morton. Kaylin Cheyenne Moshke with honors. Michaela Monroe. Rachel Murphy with honors. Candace Dana Evelyn Lynette Musk. Samantha Nelson. Aaron Norris. Brooklyn Nowak. Elizabeth Nowak with honors. Jacob Nyland with honors. Kayla Obenchain. Claire O'Connor. Vanessa Padilla. Elena Marie Patino. Ashley Patton with honors. Corey Perkins. Bianca Perry. Shay Ashley Phipps. Hunter Pilkington. Ashley Plikas. Sierra May Plumhoff. Madeline Grace Rabidou with honors 4.0 GPA. Ella Catherine Randall. Holly Reinders with honors. William A. Riegler II. Madison Rigby with honors. Jody Roberts. Alexis Ann Rulofs. Stephanie Rohr. Dawson Romanowski. Shannon Rusink with honors. Blake Ross with honors. Taylor Alexis Rubuski with honors. Michaela Ann Rixey. Joseph Michael Sadana. Bethany Sandberg. Erica A. Sandoval with honors. Ethan Schaefer. Lisa Schuneman. Danielle Schlenz. Heather Shanaher with honors. Dylan Schoolcraft. Jolene Scott. Nehemiah J. Shaw. Dylan Shanefield with honors. Scott D. Sitzer. Ashley Skyo. Isaac Slater. Darian Cruz Smolligan with honors. Calvin Jalen Smith. Josiah Smith. Joshua Smith. Tamara Smith. Felicia Solomon with honors. Sean Cerrito with honors. Haley Speck. Adeline Steele with honors. Andrea Stevens. Jana Stone. Maya Straley with honors. Caitlin Struer. Brianna Stroven. Savia Suits with honors. Amanda M. Taylor. Kendra Terpsma with honors. April Lynn Thiele. Kayla Thompson. Margaret Thompson. Zachary Tyndall with honors. Olivia Nicole Titus with honors. Tammy Jo Toller. Marie Townsend with honors. Ashley Marie Valaro with honors. Samantha Valier with honors. Jody R. Van Buskirk. Amanda Marie Van Dyke. Alexis Van Single with honors. Brittany Vargas. Elaine Wakefield. Amber Wallish with honors. Marissa Ward. Delicia E. Washington. Allison Lee Wernstrom with honors, 4.0 GPA. Jager Eugene White. Hillary Williker. Alyssa K. Wilson. Ashley Marie Witham. Riley M. Wood with honors. Christopher Levante Wyatt Jr. Brody Yarian. Scott Yantz. Melody Zitka. Taylor Zalstra. Nathaniel Bitework. Artrice Williams. Bradley Burgess with honors. Jasmine Ann Schreck. Elise Stevens. Catherine Jean Mitchelltree.
Graduates, even those in the back row, please stand. In recognition of your status as college graduates, please now change the placement of your tassel from the right side to the graduation hat to the left side. Now, graduates, this auditorium is filled with people who are here to celebrate your accomplishments, earned by you individually, belonging to you, and they are as proud of your accomplishments of completion as we are. I express my personal congratulations and ask each of you to turn and face the audience. Board, faculty, staff members, spouses, family, and friends, I present to you the 2019 graduates of Muskegon Community College.
Congratulations. For our family, friends, guests, and graduates, you are invited to celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates with light refreshments served at the opposite end of the arena. On behalf of Muskegon Community College and our graduates, thank you for joining us for the 2019 commencement ceremony. Before we conclude this evening, I would like to share some good news. This past semester, our beloved mascot, Jay, was sidelined with a bad case of bird flu. Jay is nearly 80 years old, and the illness took its toll on him. The college launched a fundraising campaign to support Jay's recovery. Thank you to everyone who donated. Jay received the best of care from our exceptional nursing program, medical assistants and students, and plenty of love from the entire campus community. Today, it is my distinct pleasure not only to let you know that Jay has fully recovered and looks better than ever, but also that he wanted to be with us tonight. So to help celebrate with the class of 2019, let's give a big round of applause for your mascot, Jay. At this time, I ask you all to stand and join in the singing of the MCC alma mater. Please note that the words to the alma mater are on the back side of your programs. Please remain standing for the recessional performed by the Muskegon Regional Pipes and Drums.
Yeah, go ahead. Robert, you just stand there.